World Population Day 2025, Rethinking Growth, Dignity, and the Future of Humanity, July 11, 2025. A date that might look like any other day on the calendar, but for millions across the world it represents something far greater. A global moment to reflect on the heartbeat of humanity, our population, its growth, its challenges, and its future. This is World Population Day, observed annually to highlight the urgency and importance of population issues, including reproductive health, gender equity, sustainability, and human dignity. This year's theme, Empowering Young People to Create the Families They Want in a Fair and Hopeful World, reflects a seismic shift in how we must now think about the human story. It's not just about how many we are, it's about who we are, what we need, and what kind of world we are building together. As of mid-2025, the global population is estimated to exceed 8.2 billion people. That's nearly 71 million more people than just a year ago. But this increase hides a deeper truth. Population growth is slowing down. Fertility rates in many parts of the world, including countries like Japan, Italy, South Korea, and even China, are below replacement level, while others like India and Nigeria continue to grow at a faster pace. But numbers only tell part of the story. Today, over half of the world's population is under the age of 30. This means we are not just facing a population challenge, we are living through a youthquake. Billions of young people stand at the threshold of adulthood, searching for jobs, dignity, opportunity, and, for many, the chance to start families. So what happens when those dreams clash with economic instability, climate anxiety, unaffordable housing, and gender inequality? The UNFPA's 2025 State of World Population Report, titled The Real Fertility Crisis, makes one thing clear. Most people still want children, but cannot have them in the way, time, or number they wish. The reasons? Soaring costs of living, lack of paid parental leave and affordable childcare, workplace discrimination against parents, especially women, insecure housing and employment, mental health challenges, and climate concerns. This is not a fertility crisis driven by biological failure. It's a crisis of systemic failure, one where people's reproductive agency, the ability to make real, free, and informed choices, is being blocked by economic and social barriers. And while some governments react by urging people to have more children to save economies, the truth is more complex. You can't solve demographic decline by pressuring people. You solve it by building societies where choosing parenthood is possible, equitable, and supported. In the past, World Population Day was often framed around overpopulation, a fear of too many people straining the Earth's resources. While those concerns are still relevant, especially in terms of climate, food, and water security, the narrative today is far more nuanced. In the Global South, access to family planning and reproductive healthcare remains limited. Millions of girls are still married young and denied education or autonomy. In the Global North, people are delaying or avoiding children, not out of choice, but out of necessity. In urban areas worldwide, infrastructure and policies are not keeping pace with demographic realities. So today, World Population Day is not about numbers. It's about justice, equity, and reclaiming human dignity. It is a call to empower youth, especially women and marginalized communities, with education and opportunity. Ensure universal access to reproductive health care, including contraception, fertility support, and maternal care. Address the root causes of declining birth rates, not just the symptoms. Design cities and systems that support family life, environmental balance, and well-being. Let us pause and reframe how we see population. A large population is not a burden, unless we make it one. A smaller population is not a blessing, unless we invest in every life. People are not a problem to solve. People are the solution, the innovation, the art, the love, the future. Whether it's a child born in a remote village or a teen studying under a street lamp in a busy metro, every human being has a spark that can shape the future. But only if we give them the space, the tools, and the chance. On this World Population Day, we are not asked to panic, but to pause. Not to fear, but to reimagine. We are called to ask, what kind of world are we building for 8.2 billion people? Are we making decisions that prioritize human dignity and planetary sustainability? Are we allowing people to live with freedom, purpose, and hope? The world will continue to change. Populations will rise and fall, but the question of how we treat each other, how we care, include, empower, and respect each life that will decide what kind of civilization we become. Let's remember, behind every statistic is a real person. Behind every population chart is a heartbeat, a dream, a story waiting to unfold. So this July 11th, don't just mark a date on the calendar. Mark a shift in awareness. Think deeper, act kinder, lead wiser. Because World Population Day is not about others. It's about us, all of us, together.